What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bowie, back at it with part 2 on how to get better at Mortal Kombat 1. So here I want to talk about combos, everybody's favorite. Okay, now there is one aspect. Actually, fuck that. This is not about combos at all. I'm sorry to switch it up, but the reason why I'm not making this about combos yet is because there's an aspect to characters that's much more important than combos, and that is neutral and screen control. Okay, so here I have two characters, Tanya and Scorpion. Now you might be thinking that, you know, the character to pick is the one that, you know, allows you to do the most damage on your combos. I'm here to tell you that ain't true. No. No. You want a character that controls as much of this space between you and your character, your opponent, as possible. The more of it they control, the better. And who better to demonstrate this with than Tanya and Scorpion? Okay? So, for one, Tanya's a fantastic character. She has a 7-frame jab. She has a really nice jab string. She has great movement. It's not bad. Yeah, her movement's pretty damn good. But probably most potent. Oh, she has a great projectile that goes full screen. And the EX1 knocks down and is a mid. And it eats other projectiles, you know. But probably most importantly of all, Tanya controls the whole goddamn screen. Okay? So from here, she has this. Okay? She also can do that string. And if you're not ready, it will hit you from full screen. Okay? And at that range, you can't punish her for doing it. But also, she has this. Yes, Tanya can combo you from the entire goddamn screen. Okay? Now, this is not safe. But with Cameo Sonya, it is now. Because if they block that, then the Sonya comes out, and then they have to block the Sonya. And by that point, it's a mid, and they have to block it. Okay? So, Tanya gets busy at full screen. From full to half screen, that's her playground. Okay? And she does so safely. Now, let me talk about Scorpion while I'm over here. Scorpion also can control the full screen. He has this to harangue people with. He has this, his sweep, which is a double hitting low attack that does virtually 11%. So 9 of these will kill your opponent, you know what I'm saying? He also has Spear, 17 frames, okay? And then you can fake people out by throwing out Standing 2 and then spearing them. You see what I'm saying? Standing 2 even has a spear in it. So you can fake people out. And as if that weren't enough, his EX spear is a mid. You know? So Scorpion can control this part of the screen as well. But the difference between these two is that Tanya does so safely. Scorpion does not. If the opponent blocks this, he's dead. If the opponent blocks or ducks this, they're dead. Don't believe me? Allow me to demonstrate how I do that shit. Hold on. Oh yes, full screen. Oh, I'm being Scorpion, sorry. Okay. Sorry about this. That's a reversal punish. And it's even worse if they duck. That's just punish. And I can wait and still punish. Oh, I didn't know if I would. That was a punish. Oh my god, I didn't know that would work. You see? Let me see. Hold on. That's a counter. Hold on. That's a reversal. How negative is that? Oh, it's negative 19. Oh, okay. So it's just safe enough. Oh, yeah. See, that's death. See that? So, yeah. These characters both can control the screen, but one does so safely, the other one does not. Okay? So both of them are a menace from full to about half screen. Except Tanya's more so because she has this, which is safe, and all the other things that I mentioned before. But then also, once you get to this half screen, here again, Tanya controls, because that's a 17 frame attack that smacks you. And that's safe. You see what I'm saying? From here, Scorpion doesn't have very much. Scorpion can't do a whole lot in this particular, at this range here. Best he can hope to do is get about here and then do 2-1. But Tanya can do this. Now, that may seem like nothing, but when you consider that she can then combo into this, or she can do this, I just made that up. That becomes a problem. So Tanya definitely controls the mid screen. And I want you to notice, I did combos, but I didn't have a combo from here. Well, with the drill kick I did. But that's not a combo. This is not a combo. I wouldn't even call this a combo, even though technically it is. You see what I'm saying? This is screen control. This is not a combo either. That's not a combo either. It's a string, but it's not a combo. But what Tanya's effectively doing is controlling the space between her and her opponent. Okay? That's much more important than combos could ever be. Okay? And by controlling this space, she can control the opponent, which then allows her to open him up and do combos like so. You know what I'm saying? Then from here, Tanya's deadly. Deadly, deadly, deadly. She has the 16 frame low, which is a combo. But more importantly, Tanya has this devilish ass move right here. Forward 2. Look at that shit. Look at how far away she can be. That controls a lot of screen. Lots and lots of screen. This ain't bad neither. And what I'm starting to incorporate is doing this string and whiffing it with, you know, doing this hit in the neutral and snatching people with that. Because that's a combo too. Don't know how safe that is, but it's something that she can do. So she controls this part of the screen too, or can control it. And when I say control, I don't mean that in every matchup no characters can do anything against her. Other characters control the screen as well in their own way. Some more effectively, others less effectively. But the point is, You need to know what your character's options are here, 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 and here. You need to know what your character does. Sometimes the answer to that is nothing. Until you bring the right cameo along. Then they can do something. Okay? So, also, part of screen control is controlling that airspace. I forgot to. See? You need to know what your character does when the opponent jumps. Standing 4 is a good option for Tanya. Back 2 is also a good option. Most characters can use jab with stand 1, which would be square or X. But you need to know the answer to that question for your character. What does your character do when the opponent jumps? Because people are going to jump. And they're going to try to do their little stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to do all that little, you know, all that little jazz right there. You need to know how you reply to their jump. And it needs to be automatic too. It's not something that you should have to think. You shouldn't have to guess between whether you're going to do this or this when they jump. It should just be automatic. And so that might mean anti-airing your opponent doing this in the lab 50-11 times. You know what I'm saying? And it goes without saying in this game, your ass gonna need a lab. You need to be in this practice room often, all the time. Especially in order to use these cameos effectively with your character. Lab work is essential, okay? Also, another part of controlling the screen is knowing what pokes do what. Oh my god, her down 3 is fucked up. Oh, snap. So I like her down 1, you know. But her down 3 is silly too. Oh my god. Down 4 is okay. But this? Absurd. Anyway, so I got kind of distracted. You think I'm mashing pokes, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to understand her effective range. Down 3 hits from right around here. You see that? So if your opponent gets to this point, they can be checked with a down 3, which then allows you to go into that. And if they try to stop you, they get hit. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, it was under opponent type. I'm bugging. So notice, under normal circumstances, this doesn't hit. It does now. This is known as jailing. When you hit a poke, the purpose of you hitting a poke is to do a high attack on somebody that's ducking. See that? This normally whiffs, but not after a down 1. How much is that? Oh, that's plus 16. God damn. Okay, so even if you hit a down 4, you can jail if you dash. See that? Now, some people be poking into throw. Technically, that doesn't work. But online, against people that are blocking and stuff, this works. But you don't want to just poke into throw. You want to poke into jab. You know what I'm saying? Also, speaking of pokes, let's put the opponent close. Let's record them mashing pokes. Bruh, what? Oh. What the hell? Bruh. See? I set Scorpion to mash pokes. Don't let people get away with this shit. Don't let them get away with that. Poke their ass back. Stop. 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 See that? You mashing? Stop mashing, ho. See that? Stop mashing. Stop. Now, if you try to block and do a high attack, you're going to get hit. Even if you block and try to do a mid, it might be a problem. Well, you might be able to get away with it, depending on how fast the mid is. But you poke, stop them from doing their stuff, stop, and then you do your attack. You also can throw, too. You can block and throw. Bitch. See? You gonna mash? Stall! You know what I'm saying? So you can do that too. But don't let people get away with that stupid shit. So, if people are mashing pokes on you, poke their ass back. Or throw them, block, poke back, and take your turn. Okay? All of that is part of neutral control. Let me go back to... Oh, no, not full screen. Okay, so another part of neutral is knowing what your character likes to do. Where do they excel? Especially in light of the cameos. See, Scorpion doesn't really want to be here. He has a 7-frame high. He has a 10-frame high that hits from really far. Look at the range of this thing. Scorpion only needs to be right here in order to hit this. So you don't want to do this from right here. He doesn't really want to be here. He kind of really wants to be around here where he can hit this. Right? So knowing where Scorpion wants to be is vital, especially for Scorpion, because characters are going to try to kill him because he's low tier right now. So you have to understand where your character wants to be. There are characters in this game that are designed to fight right here, like Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is designed to be all up in your ass, right? However, Scorpion's not designed for that. He's much more comfortable being back here, using his cameos, his own spears, maybe using this every now and again. He's cool with that. He's also cool with being right here, where 2-1 can wreak havoc on people, and 1-2-2 can wreak havoc. He also has a good sweep, regular sweep that's pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? He does have a mid. You don't want to use this too much. You don't want to abuse it, but you can mix it up with your cameo to make people block. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Oh, I didn't know that even worked. That's very interesting. I never even tried that before. I just did it. Wow. You learn something new every day. Instead of doing this, because the second hit is a high, I mean, the second hit of this is also a high, but they're going to want to block that. You don't want to do that too much. You're better off mixing between this, and to throw, and this. You know what I'm saying? But you want to know where your character excels. And don't be ashamed of it. Do not let your opponent sit there and call you all kind of pejoratives just because you want to play the game out here. If they can't get to you in this game when you're playing out here, that's their motherfucking fault. Don't let them get you off your pivot. If you can win the game being here the whole match, then you win the game like that. If you can win the game being here and running away from them, then you do that. Fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've had people sit there and be like, oh, you're a bitch, you run away. That's on my YouTube right now. Guess what? You the bitch because you lost, stupid. You know what I'm saying? If people have to go through hell and hardship to get to you, good. You're supposed to make them go through hell. Do not ever let someone approach you easily. Don't be sitting up here waiting for people to approach you while doing this. Be on your movement. Use your tools to control that nooch. This is why Serena's so aggravating, because Serena does not let people walk up for free. They have to be worried about this, or they got to be worried about this. And that's why people, you know, don't like fighting against that. But guess what? So what? So control that neutral. Control that screen by any means. Okay? Control them screens by whatever means. You dig what I'm saying? And also, make use of your cameos. Because some characters like Scorpion, as I alluded to, this is unsafe, this is unsafe, this is unsafe. And it's unsafe because if the opponent dodges any of it, Scorpion's dead as hell, right? And all they gotta do to avoid all of them is to jump. But they ain't jumping over that. They ain't jumping over this neither. You know what I'm saying? And this can make a fool jump. You can use that to force a jump. And then you catch them with spear or whatever. Make use of your cameos to control the distance between you and your opponent. And use those cameos as often as you need to. Certain cameos are designed to be used often. Look at Serena's charge on that particular cameo. It starts recharging immediately. You're supposed to use this often. See? Just so that they have to think and duck and block every now and again. And it's not just Serena that's like this. Sonya's got that too. See? Now Sonya, hers is super good because she can hold hers and the opponent, and then you can move as it's being held. See? Ooh. Oh! I never did that before. That's ill as a motherfucker. But yeah, making use of your character's neutral tools is a good idea. And knowing what they do and what they can be useful for is vital. You know what I'm saying? I just got an extra 60 damage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So control that space between you and your opponent. Control the space. Control the ground. Control the mid range. Control the skies. Okay? And it ain't just Tanya that gets great anti-air damage. Let me go to my boy Scorpion here. Oh, Jesus. Bruh. Oh, what's my anti-air choice? Oh. So I could do that. Oh, what am I doing? stand one. I gotta time it though. There we go. Look at that. But you gotta time this though. Simpler than that. Even that simple thing did damn near 30%. You know what I'm saying? This is probably his most consistent anti-air. You know what I'm saying? Stop, ho. So you can even do stuff like that. Ooh. Experiment. Experiment. Control that goddamn screen between you and your opponent. Okay? Use your movement. Use your pokes, but don't mash them. Use normals. Use strings. Use anti-airs. Use your cameos. And your specials. Use all of those tools and more to control the space between you and your opponent. Because he who controls the space controls the match. He who controls the match, more often than not, is going to win the match. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope that helps. That was part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, which actually will be about combos. Peace.